Estoy aburrida. It got cut. Oh, Hannah is that. And you know why? Because I have so many videos in my camera that all of a sudden it just went poof, stop. You have too many videos in the car. So I had to erase some, and I'm going to drive a little bit because, as you know, this is called Spanish on the go. So we have to go. Go. All right. So, estoy aburrida, estoy contenta. Those are the two from the last one. And let's continue. Estoy contenta. Now, estoy contenta, you can also say estoy alegre. That's another word for to be happy. Estoy alegre hoy. Now, hoy is today. So remember that when you are saying the verb estar, it's something that you feel like today, okay? I am happy. The difference is that in English, you have to think that you have to change your frame of mind, and you have to think that to be in Spanish, thank you, and to be in Spanish is actually something that we say in two ways. And I know that's kind of like a hard concept to grasp, because when you're an Anglo speaker, you're speaking in English, you think, why on earth there are two verbs for one thing? That's just the way it is. I always tell my students, don't try to get your mind around it too much or think too much about it, unless you want to be a linguist and get in depth into the world of languages, which is extremely interesting. But if you're just learning Spanish because you want to learn it, the simplest way to accept the way it is just to think that for us in Spanish, that there's only one verb for our two verbs. That's odd for us. So see, now it all depends on, who is looking at the world through what glass, see? And if you look at it through the glass of a Spanish-speaking person, there are odd things in English too. And we will talk about those. There's so many, the false cognates, etc. Okay, so back to estar. So one more point I want to make. I conjugated the verb estar, and I said estoy contenta. Now, estoy contenta, that is I am happy. Okay, so notice that, as you will see written, estoy is I am. Okay, point that I want to make today with the verb estar. Notice that I didn't say yo estoy contenta. Why? Because in Spanish, believe it or not, you can actually say just the verb am happy without the I, and it's fine. You don't need to put the subject there. You can say yo estoy contenta, that's fine, but it's not compulsory. You don't have to put it there. You say estoy contenta, and that's fine. Why? Because the verb is already conjugated. You say I am, you are, he is, she is, etc. And that verb itself, estoy, está, estás, etc., already tells you who's talking, which is the subject, okay? I, you, he, okay? So we don't need to put it there. Again, another way to understand this is just think you don't need to put the subject there. So instead of I am, you are, you can actually say am and are without the I and the you. So estoy contenta, and you are happy would be tú estás contenta. We'll keep it with those two because this is supposed to be for beginners, so I don't want to get too complicated, okay?